Hi Cancer, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of March, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in the current mystical Pisces season we are on. And if you would like to know more details about it, you can read in the description box or you can email me with your questions. If you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Cancer. I feel like during the month of March, you might be feeling, quite stressed out about a negative situation you feel trapped in. Some of you feel trapped in a vicious cycle where a lot of toxic traits, a lot of the same kind of dynamics, especially when it comes to relationships, have been occurring. So some of you are so tired of being bound to an energy where you don't feel like you can change, where you don't feel like you can overcome, where you don't feel like you can fight off this dark cloud, this very negative, thick environment that has been dictating a little bit of your relationship with life itself. Some of you could feel that you are on the outside of the positive things that you see happening to others and you don't recognize that in your own life. So be aware of making a lot of comparisons in terms of your growth, your success, your lovability, just because you don't have it right now and you're looking too much to the outside and you're comparing the worth and the promise of your life and your life experiences to others. And each of us are in our own specific journeys, and just because something looks good on the outside doesn't mean that other people are not also struggling with their own demons and their own battles. Because for many of you Cancers, this is about you needing to fight here your own demons, but at the same time not knowing how to do this because you feel so bound to them, that it's a real effort to pull you out of an energy that keeps bringing you down, and it keeps bringing you into a space that it's unfortunate, and where you find that love hurts, people disappoint, your success is always conditioned by something you don't want to, but it keeps happening. So in a way, the month of March can be very good for those of you that are into shadow work, for those of you that want to understand a little bit deeper and better the darker side, not only of your nature, but of life itself. It's trying to here make amends and make peace with traits that you wish didn't exist, with things you wish wouldn't be a part of life, but they are. And so it's almost kind of here accepting something you're struggling, and this acceptance has to deal with shadow. It has to deal with an aspect of our human experience that you're struggling with. And the Three of Swords is in your soul position, so and you will continue to feel during the month of March that something is not right, that something hurts. So when we feel like something hurts, so even if you don't necessarily have an apparent reason right now for it, there's a root, there's a calling. It's like something is summoning you to look at this Three of Swords, to look at heartbreak in a different perspective, in a different light, because you don't have to be sentenced to the Three of Swords forever. But some of you might be in this very pessimistic energy where you feel like you're doomed to this energy, the devil here, also in the heart of your reading. So what you're very aware of is of what is not right, what is causing you pain, suffering, disappointment, What is it causing you? Obsession, attachment, addictive, compulsion, addictions, I'm sorry, compulsive behavior. What is keeping you, in this cycle where maybe you and another person are not able to really connect in a dynamic that is healthy, that is progressive? Because I feel like some of you Cancers, you want progression more than anything. You want to feel that this is behind you, because this is not a new energy. This is something that is coming up during the month of March more intensely for you to look at, but it's part of you for some time. And the feeling here is that this situation that for some of you involves another person, it's something that also needs a new perspective. If you are in a very unhealthy situation here with someone, you don't have to be. You choose to be. There's also that feeling here. You have to understand that you're choosing to be here with someone, or tied to something that you don't belong to, that you don't resonate with, and you feel obligated to this. You feel forced, bound again to it, but you don't have to. It's an illusion. These shackles that keep you here trapped where you don't want to be are an illusion. Anytime you want, you can break free. But for that, you need to be open to change. You need to be open here to listen to a calling that it's a calling that is very far, but you can hear it the more you try to focus here with the Page of Wands. You're going to be invited to be out of this darkness, to be out of this problem, to be out of this unhealthy space. You're going to be invited with the Page of Wands to have fun, to take a lighter approach, to not care so much, to not focus so much on the things that don't provide happiness. You're going to be invited to laughter, to a more casual, even way of interacting with others. You're going to be invited to amusement, because this is what you want with the Page of Wands in your unconscious. You want lighter times. You want to feel lightness in your being. So what is keeping you from acting upon it, from engaging in this energy? Is this idea that you can't. Is this idea that it's not for you. It's this idea that somehow you have to be, again, trapped in a cycle, trapped in a relationship, trapped in a job, trapped in something that just, brings suffering. I'm really feeling here like for many of you Cancers, this suffering is mostly self-imposed. Not to say that obviously something is not happening that has its complexities. Of course it does, but that's why you're called to look at shadows, to look at this energy that the devil brings with a different approach. What does it want to teach you? What does it want to tell you? What has it brought so far into your life? And I feel like with the Seven of Wands, you could even be very defensive, very resistant about change, very resistant about trying a different approach, very resistant to optimism itself, to laughter itself. For others of you, though, this is implying that you will be able to feel better as the month of March progresses when you fight for this Page of Wands. When you fight yourself, your own demons, your own shadows, when you fight them off and you go to the light and you bring yourself to new experiences, to new adventures that you're called upon. For some of you, you might be here actually invited, noticed, called upon again to do different things, to do fun things. But there's a conflict here between moving there or not, because a part of you absolutely desires, but again, another part of you feels like you can't go. For some of you, this could also be that you feel like You can't, you feel responsible for this energy of the devil. So whatever the devil represents to you, you feel like it's almost like you feel so responsible for it that you feel like you would abandon here something that in reality, is just again this attachment, this ingrained attachment to something that keeps you in this vicious cycle where you feel obliged to it, so you don't do the things you want to do, or you don't go out to a different kind of energy, and you keep being or feeling a little bit stuck in the Three of Swords. For those of you that this is about someone's behavior being very wrong towards you, I feel like you will have strength to put some boundaries, to push out, to block out a person that could be extremely negative towards you. There's, for some of you Cancers that already are doing this work, I feel like there will be though temptation. There will be, again, this approach from someone to tempt you with something that you shouldn't, it's not good for you, but again, it's a very strong temptation. So the Seven of Wands is here also to protect you, to tell you to draw a line, right, in the sand of what you allow and what you don't allow, and start from there. Start from putting proper boundaries to unwanted behavior from others, so that you don't feel overstepped here. Because with the Three of Swords, some of you could feel abused at a certain level. You could feel disrespected at a certain level, and this is what you're tired of, disrespect. So when something or someone here is trying to repeat an experience that you already understood that is very damaging to you, when there's that sense of repeating something like this is when the Seven of Wands is called here to be applied. Say no. Block the devil, whatever this devil is to you. It could be addictions, it could be a person, it could be someone that is just not good for your emotional and mental health. So saying no can save you from a lot of things, including from yourself, during the month of March. I hope you have a great month. I want to thank all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.